Today I want to talk about Brandon Inniss, who has committed to the University of Oklahoma, and all that's coming up after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner shit.
What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. Today, I want to talk about 2023 5-star and the number one wide receiver in the class, Brandon Inniss, who picked the University of Oklahoma today over Alabama, Florida, Ohio State, and others. Andrew Ivers over at 247 claims that this is the most college-ready wide receiver that he's seen in quite some time, coming out of American Heritage in Plantation, Florida, where they not even had trying to pretend. Like, Patrick Surtain Sr. is the head coach there, and you'll know that his son, Patrick Surtain Jr., is the first-round pick to the Denver Broncos. Tyson Campbell also ended up playing at American Heritage, transferred from Georgia to Miami. Outstanding wide receiver recruit, and he's compared to Amon-Ra St. Brown, which is not where I would go normally, but when you look at just how physical he is on the outside and how good he is really when the ball is being contested, you can understand why somebody would get to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who I think is going to have a pretty good NFL career. And this also means that Oklahoma has secured the number one wide receiver in the class, right? And they also are able to add that to the likes of Malachi Nelson, who you'll know also came out of the 2023 class, but also Los Alamitos. I'm checking to make sure. Yes, Brandon Inniss is the number 9 player in the class, which means that Oklahoma secured the number 4 player in the class in Nelson, the number 9 player in the class in Brandon Inniss, and then his teammate, Malachi Nelson's teammate at Los Alamitos, Makai Lemon, who I expect to be on the outside with Brandon Inniss, which is ridiculous. Trayon Webb also in here. Luke Haas, a local product to me at least, coming out of Bixby, Oklahoma, which is a suburb of Tulsa, Oklahoma. And Joshua Bates coming out of Durango, Colorado as a junior college transfer. So 5 hard commits. The number 1 class in America now belongs to Oklahoma for the class of 2023. Of course, this is how Lincoln Riley has been doing it since he took over the reins from Bob Stoops some 4 years ago. He wants to build offensively, get a quarterback in as early as he can, and then go closing in on the defensive recruits. Though in recent years, it's felt like you can spend a lot more time trying to go get your defensive linemen, your edge rusher types, the guys that really form the foundation of your defense. But I'm looking around and I see, you get this dude in Brandon Inniss, and you got guys like Malachi Nelson and Makai Lemon, but also in there, man, check it. Travis Shaw committed to North Carolina yesterday, which I thought was tremendous because that dude had Clemson written all over him just from his frame and his ability. Go watch his highlight tape. It is ridiculous. That's a 6'4", 315-pound man moving like a tailback, just mauling people. So much fun. But for Oklahoma, this is in keeping with what we know about what Lincoln Riley has built, what, goodness me, Dennis Simmons has built, because you're able to continue to not just stockpile, but retool at that wide receiver position, because I expect Jaden Hazelwood to go off this year, Theo Weiss to go off this year. Marvin Mims is going to have another opportunity after this. And then when you take a look at some of the guys that are behind them, like Mario Williams, you come to understand what Oklahoma has built and why Oklahoma has been so dominant offensively, putting up about 45 a game, right? Even in the low years of Jalen Hurts, you're still putting up 42 points a game. But you want to see more get into this. You want to see some defensive players, particularly on the edge, on the outside, decide that this is what they want to do. I would also add in here that I don't know that Oklahoma has been able to go into a place like American Heritage and pull out a player. That's usually been a Southeastern Conference type of deal here, and I think that's one of the reasons that you saw this, quite honestly, is Oklahoma and Texas, for recruiting intent and purposes, is an SEC school. Remember that. That is the takeaway here. Oklahoma is now recruiting on the identity of being in the Southeastern Conference, because by the time these dudes get there, they expect to be making moves. Now, we know that the deal isn't up until 2025. We also know that Jay Hartzell and Joe Castiglione, Joe Harris, like Joe Castiglione's the president, have said they want to remain in the Big 12 for the duration, but I'm sure everybody wants to expedite that process as quickly as they can. We'll see what happens with the alliance between the Big 10, the Pac-12, and the ACC, as if the alliance of American football has not been done before, guys. Also in there, if you're going to do this, you better nickname them the Avengers, okay? And what are they avenging? But half of humanity. And that makes sense knowing what you know about the SEC and college football in general. Now, I'm having a good time with this because I think it's a lot of fun. But I also think that Oklahoma and Texas are going to see the benefits of this in ways that Southeastern Conference teams don't usually get to see, because now you're new money. You're new money, and you have an opportunity to go and win big the next couple of years if you're playing in the Big 12 like they are. So Oklahoma, I have picked, like most other people, to win its 7th straight Big 12 championship. I expect that Oklahoma will play for a national championship and continue to build on classes like this as the 2022 class is coming to an end basically in December, if not February, and you're already seeing Oklahoma get a really good jump on the class of 2023 with the number 1 class in the country. All right, that's it for me. Deuces.